Hello everybody, this is pt.4 and welcome back to some more Edgeworth Tuning Investigations. Turnabout Ablaze. In the previous episode, we had talked to Ambassador Paloma, made some connections and got some more logic points. In this episode, we are going to collect the last 2 logic points we have for this section and move on with the case. If you like what you see, leave a like down below. Comment if you have anything to say, subscribe to me if you haven't already, and share it with your friends so they can enjoy this for themselves. So we had gotten this logic point right before we had ended off the last episode. We had discovered the locked safe. It can't be opened without a key, but we do have a key, the Edgeworth's key, which is supposed to open any lock anyway. Let's connect the dots. We know for a fact that the Edgeworth's key was used at this embassy. Furthermore, we found it in the victim, Mr. Cochin's pocket, which leads me to think that perhaps it is the key to the personal safe in this office. Good thinking, sir. Let's go try it out. I hear an unlock sound. It appears I was correct. The key that was left to us in the victim's pockets, it literally turned out to be the key to the next piece of truth. What do we have here? Hey, there's nothing inside. Do you think that the autographs who made off with everything, sir? No, detectives, I believe all we need is a closer look. Won't rest until blah blah blah. Hey, there's a hole here, sir. It's a little too old a shape for the latch hole. Wow, it's a funny shape for a latch hole, huh? Shaped kinda like a star, don't you think, sir? Detective, I would hardly call that shape a star. There must be some reason for this hole. Well, there's gotta be some reason why this whole shape looks so weirdly, you know? Am I overthinking this? No, don't think so. Maybe I'm overthinking things. Nah, there's no way I could ever do that. Ho-ho! Detective Gumshoe, could you please be quiet for a second? You're frightening me. But we do have these obviously shaped paper. What's this here? Looks like the ripped corner of a piece of paper, sir. No, I don't think it's ripped. It seems to be more like it's stuck in the safe. Hey, you're right. We're bunching in, so not even when I check on it. But I don't think I've ever seen paper stuck on the inside of a safe before. Hold it! Detective, I think you have it backwards. It's not the paper that's strange. The safe. What do you mean? What I mean is that the secret to this safe is that it has 2 compartments. Even just eyeballing it, you can see it inside is a bit too shallow. Furthermore, with the unnatural way the paper is stuck at the back of the safe, I'd say that there is another extra bit of space behind the back wall of this safe. In other words, the safe has a second compartment. What? I suppose that you are correct in asserting the paper is stuck in an unnatural manner. However, if what you say is correct and there is a second compartment, how do we go about opening the door to it then? As you can see, there is no other lock or keyhole in sight. Actually, there is one more spot of interest to me on the safe. Oh, yes, and I believe that spot is the keyhole to our mystery second lock. The safe in its locks. Alright, then, since you are so sure of yourself, show me how you deduce your answer. Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Eureka! Doesn't the shape of this keyhole remind you of something, Francisco? Is this safe? It does look very familiar. However, I believe it's just simply a lateral for the safety lock mechanism. Just for keeping the door shut and nothing more.
Hold it!
Hold it! Is that so? The person who used the safe, Mr. Cochin, made sure the safe had 2 compartments in order to hide something. Do you honestly think someone like that would allow this keyhole to the hidden half to look so obviously like a keyhole that even the average person could figure out? You can't be serious! Are you saying that this hole is the keyhole to the second compartment of the safe? It's precisely what I'm saying. And I will prove it to you right now. That the autogrosser's key is the key that will open it.
Objection!
Objection! Is the autogrosser's key? Miles Edgeworth, this had better be a very bad joke. Sorry, but this is no joke. The autogrosser's key is the very key that will open the second compartment of the safe. We know that this key opens the first compartment of the safe, but the keyhole you're talking about is of an entirely different shape than that key. Let's go over this again, shall we? The autogrosser's key was originally made to open Mr. Cochin's safe in the Candopian embassy. We confirmed that as fact by opening to the door to his safe. Now let's take a look at the back end of the key. Looking at the knife portion head on, what do you see? What are you talking? Gah! It appears that you've come to understand what I'm talking about. When viewed head on, the knife's blade is the exact same shape as the keyhole. The real function of the knife portion is to act as the key to the hidden part of the safe. But that's preposterous! Because it looks like a knife, and it was used to used like one to kill Mr. Faraday some years ago. We fell under the misconception that it was always meant to be a knife. But for both the safe and the key to conceal such clever tricks, whatever is hidden inside, the secret section must be of incredible importance. And it's even possible that what I've been searching for is inside. Scruffy, hurry up and open that safe. Yo! Yes, sir, open it now! These items there. It's a bunch of funny shaped things. I guess that the answer there. Now roll, Scruffy. I didn't think I was in the way. These pieces of art. So identical to the ones that have been stolen from various countries around the world. I figured as much. These are the treasures this section of the safe was to hide from view. I believe a more thorough examination is required. Alright, let's take a look at it. Wait a minute. What is this? It's also somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold. Eureka! Take a good look at these documents, Francisca. It says here that there are 3 pages in total, and yet there are only 2 here. Correct. Oh, wait, that was Francisca talking. Now take a look at the smuggling activity document in your possession. Tell me, it's not possible that the page was taken from the set of 3. Well, it certainly looks that way. By putting our multi-part puzzle together, we seem to have arrived at an answer. And it seems that you have now found what you were looking for. Yes, and with this, it has become crystal clear that Mr. Cochin himself was responsible for some mass smuggling into Ablaze Inc. Ablaze Inc? So Ablaze Inc is a special product of the Republic of Babel. However, due to a special reason, only a limited volume is ever exported. Hold it! And for that reason that's classified. It's on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. In any case, it seems that the head of the smuggling ring was our victim, Mr. Cochin. His base was in an embassy, thus it was hard for both our country and his to interfere, making it the ideal conditions under which to run the smuggling operation. But it's so frustrating. I lost the person I was to rain judgment down upon with my whip of justice. But even if he is dead, we still have responsibility to look into his misdeeds. You expect me to whip a dead man? Well, I'm not interested. Really? You only whip those that are alive? Francisco, you must know that Manikoshin was the suspect in the KGH incident. Of course I know. On top of being the head of the smuggling ring. So it's a matter of what really happens in that case that needs to be resolved. Investigation complete. Are you done investigating? You realize now, don't you, that this girl is the only one who it could be. Now come along quietly, Yadagarasu. K. Faraday. You are under arrest for the murder of Manikoshin. Mr. Edgeworth! Please, you have to believe me. I didn't do it. I chased the fake Yadagarasu in here. And he was already... You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law.
Hold it!
Hold it! I'd like to help you reduce the number of mistaken arrest Interpol makes. What is that supposed to mean? I believe I told you that K. Faraday is not the culprit of this crime. Very well. I suppose I have no choice. I'll show you just how foolish your claims are. Here we go. Up against Shi-na. Why arrest K? Even your police confirmed that the Yadagarasu infiltrated the Ablaze embassy tonight. Utilizing the confusion caused by the fire, the Yadagarasu snuck into this embassy. Furthermore, this girl claims to be the Yadagarasu. And most importantly, other than her, there was no one else in here with this body. The reason for suspecting K is because you think she is the Yadagarasu. Exactly, but it isn't just me. She calls herself the Yadagarasu. Look, how many times I have to tell you? I was only out to capture the fake Yadagarasu. Imposter or not, it matters not. A Yadagarasu is a Yadagarasu. Very well, I suppose to you that K is not the Yadagarasu who killed Mr. Manikoshin. Go ahead and try. Show me what the prosecutors of this country are made of. Even your police confirmed that the Yadagarasu infiltrated the Ablaze embassy tonight. Hold it! You may have confirmed it, but are you telling me that no one could catch the thief? If so, you're basically admitting that the Yadagarasu that committed the murder eludes us. Of course, I chased after the Yadagarasu that entered in the Ablaze embassy right away. And this is also why I'm making this arrest right now. Because at the time I did my long chase, there was only this girl. No! In any case, this is what I believe happened tonight. Utilizing the confusion caused by the fire, the Yadagarasu snuck into the embassy. Hold it! The confusion caused by the fire? Are you saying the Yadagarasu was not the arsonist who started the fire? A suspicious person in a long coat was spotted in the area. Officers in the area claim to have seen that person start the fire. It sounds like we have a phantom in our midst. Yeah. In a way, he could be considered a phantom, with the way he randomly appears. Furthermore, this girl claims to be the Yadagarasu. Hold it! Just because she calls herself that doesn't prove that she is a killer. No, but it does give her a motive. The Yadagarasu sent a card saying, "I will be there to steal your dirty secret." Furthermore, there are documents pertaining to some smuggling activity in this room. She obviously wanted to steal them. So she killed Mr. Kochin for the key. I see. Her logic is very sound, and I expect nothing less of Agent Lang's secretary. However, that statement just now just didn't seem right. Might be the opening I need. She wanted to steal documents regarding smuggling, so she killed Mr. Cochin for the key. Well, no time like the present. Oh wait, I can't press that button now. Objection! Agent Shi-na, I regret to inform you, but there is a flaw in your logic. Oh. Even if you claim that she is the killer, the Yotagrasu, I'm certain that securing the smuggling documents is not the motive behind the murder. The key to the safe in this room was found on Mr. Cochin's body. Furthermore, the Yotagrasu would not be so stupid as to leave without the documents. By the simple fact that the documents were still in the safe when we looked, it's obvious that the killer's target was not the safe at all. Hold it. Then perhaps she didn't know that Mr. Cochin had the key on him. Objection! If that's the case, then why would she have needed to kill him? Because I can think of no reason for her to kill him if she had not known that fact. Need reason. All of this is simply our conjecturing after the fact. It's entirely possible that she accidentally killed him when she was sneaking in. Perhaps she didn't notice the safe second compartment before returning the key. No! But the fact still remains that Mr. Cochin was stabbed to death. Objection! But there is no definitive proof that it was Kay who committed the act. Hold it. Actually, I do. I saw her holding the knife she used on the victim with my own eyes. What? I'm having to tell you a bit about the evidence that will put her way beyond bars. The knife wound on the body is consistent with the blade of the knife. The knife with the butterfly handle is the murder weapon which the killer was holding. I assume she had tamed the knife displayed on the display rack and used it on the victim. The knife is a part of a special 3-piece set which has a design like no other. The evidence and testimony, it all points to the girl. There's no counter-argument. That is your definitive evidence? See now that she's definitely the killer, right? No, Mr. Edgeworth, you've got to believe me. I saw a suspicious person in a long black coat outside the embassy, I swear. And you came in here because you were chasing this suspicious person. That's right. I ran into the office only because I was chasing after that person. But when I entered the room, it was pitch black. I couldn't see a thing. I felt something on the ground next to my foot, so I turned on the lights, but then... Ah! Who's there? This is... Came to this room upon hearing the girl's scream. And when I saw her holding the knife, I immediately restrained her. So the object Kay felt beside her feet was the murder weapon. I had the knife analyzed right away, but we failed to find any prints on it. This person in the long black coat who came for me. Hold it. You continue to insist there was such a person, but if there was, where did they go? That... I don't know, but I know they came in here. That sounds like the desperate excuses of a suspected killer, not a trustworthy testimony. You understand, don't you? We can't trust this girl's words, Mr. Edgeworth. Ugh. She has a point. But even if Kay's words are the truth, I must show the odds with some solid evidence. Mr. Edgeworth, I really didn't. Okay. Don't worry. If you didn't do it, then there must exist a way for me to prove that. Still not giving up, I see. In that case, try to counter my argument if you can. Don't worry, I can and I will. Knife wound on the body is consistent with the blade on the knife. Hold it! Does this mean you already have the results back? We have confirmed that the knife on the Ablaze knife, the shape of the Ablaze knife blade matches the wound. Please don't confuse the inefficiency of Interpol's forensics team with your own. I won't if you don't underestimate our police force. And so we're clear, I'd hardly say your logic is sound, which you'll see in a bit. You can prove me wrong. Please, by all means, go ahead. It has been my intention all along. Now let's return to your testimony. The knife with the butterfly handle is the murder weapon which the killer was holding. Hold it! You mean to say that you saw Kay holding the murder weapon with your own eyes? I was also on the search for the Yatagarasu. When I heard the girl's scream coming from this room, I rushed over straight away. When I arrived, I saw the girl standing there motionless with the knife in her hands. But I already told you! I only came in here because I was also after the Yatagarasu. The suspicious person I saw came into this room. But when I entered, it was pitch dark. I felt something by my foot on the floor, so I turned on the lights. And then you found out that it was the murder weapon at your feet. How many times do I have to tell you? You can't trust the words of a suspect. The only thing you'll accept as evidence, is it? That's the only acceptable way to counter an agent of Interpol on the scene of a crime. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have some kind of evidence that can prove me innocent? I think I do, but there's one piece of evidence I find to be a bit interesting. I think I need to carefully examine that piece of evidence again. I assume that she obtained the knife from the display rack and used it on the victim. Are we talking about this piece of evidence or this piece of evidence? Aha! There's a lot of skilled detailing on this handle. It would appear that the handle on this knife is removable. I guess this so people can chase them whenever they feel like it. Sounds like fun, sir. I don't think people would remove the handle just for fun, detective. So this is what took Mr. Cochin's life. Some of his blood is still on the blade. Wow, I've been a detective for 7 years already. I've seen a lot of weapons in my days. The knives that were used to kill are always the hardest for me to bear. Yes, unlike guns, this one is a weapon where you're likely to find the victim's blood on it. Yeah, just like how this one is practically drenched in it, huh, sir? Despite that, it looks like the blood managed to miss the handle somehow. Oh. More butterfly work. Ah, I got it now. No, I want to press this point. Hold it! I ask that you please refrain from speculation. Sounds like as a sound hypothesis derives from the evidence, there's no room for debate. No! Miles Edgeworth, Know this ungrateful loss will not be tolerated in my subordinate. Now rebuild your hypothesis with some factual logic. Otherwise, what was your investigation for? Yes, you were correct, thank you. Helping a subordinate out of its advice is the job of any good superior. Seems to be rather enjoying herself, but she's correct nonetheless. Isn't she not? Please, continue with your testimony. The knife is a part of a special 3-piece set, which has a design like no other. What sort of design? About the 3-piece set, is there really none other like it? Let's ask Ambassador Palena for more details, shall we? The knives are indeed special. They have the butterfly, the symbol of the Republic of Babel, engraved on them. And because there are only 3 of them in the world, they are very, very valuable. The national symbol, huh? Well, the knives are covered in the butterfly design. Along with the Ablaze, oh, right. I see. Are you satisfied now? So let's continue. The evidence and testimony in all points of the girl. There's no counter-argument. Is there a clean end or not? No. Engraved on them, huh? Wait a minute. A design like no other? Yes, key was originally made to open the safe. In the Ablaze Embassy's Secretariat's office. And whilst the blade looks like a simple knife at first glance, when viewed head-on, it's actually the same shape as the second keyhole in the safe. This key was stolen by the Alta Grosso 7 years ago from the Cadopian Embassy. That's not what I was looking at, but okay. Can we switch the... blade? Thank you. We discovered this trick 7 years ago, and with it we were able to corner Miss Yu. But who would have thought that I'd see this key again after all this time? That's what I wanted to see. So this one has the butterfly symbol on it, right? Is it really that simple? I don't know. Objection! No. Alright, we're gonna end it off here. I spent too much time on this. So, in the next episode of Miles' Edgeworth Attorney Investigations, we're gonna keep pressing Shi-na's testimony and hopefully counter-argue it. So, I will see you guys later.